Official.StreetSmarks@gmail.com is how you want to contact us. Listen to us right here exclusively on YouTube, Street Smart Audio, or fuck with us. Official.StreetSmarks on SoundCloud and IG, Street Smart Fanpage on Facebook, Street_Smarks on Twitter, or ECW Memories. This is the Extreme Retro Review for ECW, August 2nd, 1994. Hot Stuff Hollywood. What are your thoughts of this show?
My thoughts on this show was, this was pretty good skip show. Not bad. It's worth watching for the promos.
It's funny you say that because we have a cold open, and it's Mr. Hughes, and he's mean mugging the camera for a promo. He's recounting his entire ECW history. So way back in Extreme Retro Review number 36, Mr. Hughes was talking about how he was going to give Johnny Good the sidewalk slam. And we never got to see a payoff until this episode today.
And it was so worth the wait.
It was the shits, but I finally saw it. So it's clearly the greatest cold open of all time. Not to mention, on the Tape Trader show, the whole promo is set to Pumps and a Bump by MC Hammer.
Oh man, I did not get that on the Pumps and the Bump, obviously on the WWE Network.
So in an earlier Extreme Retro Review, we go into great length about how MC Hammer tried to come back with the Pumps and the Bump shit.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
So
might not have been the best choice, man.
So this is excellent synergy with Mr. Hughes grimacing in the camera, talking about how he gave Johnny Gunn the sidewalk slam and got his ass the fuck up out of ECW. He's the offensive line for Shane Douglas. You know what I'm saying? He's always had offers to make big money, but Jason, the sexiest man on earth, came with the bag. And then they show a vignette of Jason and Hughes and how they got together in ECW. He says, "Ever since I was 6 years old, I've been beating people up for money. I am completely tuned the fuck in. I wrote this shit 5 o'clock in the morning, New Year's Eve.
Oh shit.
2017.
Okay.
And I'm telling you Hot Stuff. This motherfucker's talking about, ever since I was 6 years old, I beat people up for money. I said, oh shit.
But who's paying 6-year-olds to beat up other 6-year-olds though?
I ask you, why does the wrestler still do shit like that? I said when the close-up is real tight, you can see the reflection of some of the cameraman in the fucking in the reflection of Hughes' glasses and shit.
Oh shit.
He goes on, he talks about it was this spaghetti-eating flat slob by the name of Balomo. He got in his face. He ate his lunch. You don't see him no more because he went down with the sidewalk slam. And then they show him beating up Balomo at the night line was crossed. Extreme Retro Review number 49. He says he's always had offers for money. He says when Harley Race came with the money to help out Lex Luger, Paul Lee came with the bag to help him out against Lawrence Taylor. Somebody came with the bag to get the Undertaker's urn. And Shane came with the bag after he got the ECW heavyweight title. And then they go to the vignette where Shane offers Mr. Hughes to Shane Douglas. I mean, when Jason offers Mr. Hughes to Shane Douglas, he says, my offers don't come cheap, but they do come.
Oh man.
Then they show him beating up a whole bunch of people. And he gives another struggle walk slam to Road Warrior Hawk, who was just as tough as Mikey Whipwreck. You know, the loser. The beat up guy. Then they go into a montage of sidewalk slam. He's giving sidewalk slams to Mikey Whipwreck.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Scoop's calling it standing sidewalk slam. You know what I'm saying? He's over there slapping. He's slapping the Shaw in the montage and shit.
Oh, shit.
I said, Mr. Hughes has officially turned babyface in my book. See you at the Sullies. See you at the Sullies.
For sure.
See you at the Sullies. See you at the Sullies. He lays the boots to the Rookie of the Year, putts Tommy Dreamer, and he gives him the sidewalk slam. And now he turns his attention to 911. Then they go into the package where 911 is pulling Sabu to the back. Hughes comes in, taps him on the shoulder. Get out of my way. He said he took pity on 911 because the second time, he said he took pity on 911 the second time because your mama, who had to be a dog, because she gave birth to one ugly son of a...
Next clip.
And they go to another altercation with 911. He said the third altercation was at Heatwave. You see, all that was a test for you, 911. He took your best shots, and that was a mistake because Mr. Hughes, the roughneck, is still standing. He gets a lot of money to protect Shane Douglas, but your biggest mistake is when you hurt Big Busty Angel. And at this fucking point, I said, he's a fucking simp.
Yeah.
There's no way he said all this good ass shit only to come back and say that Big Busty Angel was the biggest mistake in 911's whole career. How fucking wrong could you be? Like, if I was the motherfucking camera, cut, you sound like a simp.
Like, that's no.
Nope.
It's not going to work.
We'll cut it out in post. Like, all that shit with Angel could have been cut out.
It should have been cut out.
But it get worked. He pulls Angel in the frame and she has a neck brace. She's selling a choke slam from 911 at Heatwave. Extreme Retro Review 75.
Oh, shit.
I wanted to say it was all the neck she was giving the boys in the back.
It's probably how she got hurt. It just got aggravated from the choke slam.
Allegedly.
Right.
Mr. Hughes says he has something for 911. It's the sidewalk slam. Then Angel alludes to Paul being gay.
Yeah.
And then saying that his little dick can't handle her adult vagina. So the tape for the show was 59 minutes and 36 seconds. Can you give me the time for the WWE Network, please?
It was approximately 45 minutes.
All right, so we're going to be on par, basically, with this show. It's a clip show. Bad Breed run down to the ring, but a special announcement cuts them off to say that Jack versus Terry Funk will happen August 13th at Hardcore Heaven 94. Back to the match. Joe Hartgood gets dumped on his head with a double arm DDT. Doomsday device for the Squidash. One star. Your thoughts?
It's too fast to have a thought. And then it was already interrupted by the announcement that frickin' Jack and Terry Funk was going to happen and shit. So, say I don't, it's, I don't know.
So we have a Hardcore Heaven bumper set to Pumps in a Bump. Pumps in a Bumper. Moving on. August 13th, Hardcore Heaven bumper set to the cover of White Room by supergroup Cream back in the 70s, Eric Clapton. It's centered around Funk beating up people. I said, dude, this is a clip show. We got Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. Good for you, bad for them. They show some Cactus Jack stuff. LOL, the Sabu match. Then it goes into a Putz and Sandman deal. Moving on. Heatwave 94 for sale coming soon. Moving on. From the Heatwave tour, we got Mikey Whipwreck versus Stevie Richards in a TV title match. I said Stevie towers over Mikey Whipwreck. They shove each other down. It's a basic babyface shine stuff. Stevie with a clothesline, flying back elbow, and leg drop for 2 with arrogance. There's a sloppy suplex. Stevie turns into a goof. We got a Mikey comeback cut off with a super kick. Mikey gets dumped, tossed back in. Mikey dumps Stevie and comes back in, power bombs Mikey, whips in the opposite corner. There's a Mikey run chant. There's a crossbody for 2. Jason, the sexiest man on earth, comes in for the DQ. Dud. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I was enjoying the match. I was seeing Mikey get some shit in before before Jason came in. So, but it made sense for him to interfere right before their showdown and shit. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad as far as Mikey showing that he has some sort of idea of what to do in a wrestling ring.
Well, since the Heatwave match versus Chad Autism, he's been allowed to show his stuff now. So you're going to start seeing the progression of the Mikey Whipwreck offense.
Okay.
Post-match, Joey Styles explains that Jason is jealous because he'd have one more win than Jason, so he stopped it. It's a beautiful standing drop kick by Jason. Joey buries everybody. Big deal. Mikey is 5'5". Way to put over your TV champion, Joey.
Right.
He said, there's a foot on his neck. Then he gives a swift kick to the mouth. I said, shout out to my boy Jimmy Swagger. Mikey bumps to the floor. Jason debuts his hammock on the middle rope pose. Moving on. So we have Jason with a promo backstage. He knows all of you. Even some men want to see him topless. Before he does that, he has the truck play the Snuka Taz pairing from last week during the Time Warp. Time Warp is somewhere in there. Jason says something. Who cares? Moving on.
I just want to know, why was he covered in glitter?
Moving on. If you want some more Jason?
No.
Well, Jason's Pitbulls versus Phi Delta Slam. It's a back and forth match. Stuff happens. Babyface shine. Cheating by the heels. Maybe a comeback. I don't know. Superbomb finish. Dud. Who cares? Moving on. Your thoughts?
I didn't really care, but I found myself, I had got roped into giving a fuck about the outcome of the match and shit. So, shout out to Phi Delta Slam and shit for doing their part and shit.
Every time I see the Pitbulls, they're getting their ass whipped. So to see them in a match at this point is like, it's great that they got the win. You're building them back up. But, I've been seeing them get their ass kicked by Sabu. I've been seeing them get their ass whipped by Taz. So it's like, who cares? And then they go up against the job guys. Or the beat-up guys.
Right. Get it right.
Right? It's like, who cares? Superbomb is cool, but other than that, moving on. More Jason. And this reminded me, we have not seen Maddie in the house.
Yes. Oh, man.
He might be gone.
We've been Maddie free.
He might be gone.
Oh, didn't Joey reference him last week? I think,
I completely blotted it out of my mind.
he said something about it's been a while or something. But yeah, no Maddie in the house, and thank you ECW.
But they replaced Maddie in the house with fucking Jason segments all throughout this clip show. So we have Jason's training session. He's with Chad Autism, the Ayatollah of Rock and Roller, and the Pitbulls versus Ashira.
Keith.
Which one? Who cares? Joey references how he beat Jake Roberts at the Manhattan Center.
It's a big moment in young Keith's career.
He didn't mention that Shane Douglas was also in the fucking match. We talked about this on an earlier Extreme Retro review.
We did.
I said, get rid of Chad Autism and it's a cool stable.
Yeah, no, he just looks so out of place.
He looks like a fan. He looks like he should be next to Hat Guy and Sign Guy.
He looked like he should be carrying waters and shit.
Anyway, Keith Shearer gets jumped by the stable before the match starts while Jason poses. It's a ripoff of J.J. Dillon's training where the horseman jumped some geek for J.J. I think it was for Garvin or for Baby Doll back in like 87. I don't remember. It's before my time.
Okay.
Jason slowly lays on Keith for the win. They all count the pin. They raise him up on his shoulders. LOL. HW thoughts.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
They did the same thing with Gay Dillon back in the day.
Oh, shit. I had no idea. But yeah, that really tickled, especially when they hoisted them up at the end and shit. That's like, well done for the over-the-topness and shit.
So finally, we got a weekly money promo from Paulie. Paul manages Sabu, and Sabu will fight Too Cold Scorpio at Hardcore Heaven.
Earth 37, Hollywood's favorite wrestler. Too Cold, Hollywood's favorite wrestler, by the way.
Also at Hardcore Heaven, 911 will finally meet the roughneck, Mr. Hughes. And at Hardcore Heaven, if Hughes wins, Paulie will leave ECW. And for that little tramp Angel, his little penis could not fit in her cavernous vagina. And the only difference between Angel and a prostitute is that prostitutes get paid.
Hey, but Angel's my favorite kind of prostitute, though. Come on, somebody.
Angel is a groupie. To quote the old fat man Scott Keefe, I love shoot comments that aren't supposed to be shoot comments. Overall, the beginning was epic. The matches blew. Mr. Hughes is fucking awesome. See you at the Sullies. I give it a thumbs up. Clip don't skip.
Oh, man. Watch the promos. Skip everything else, I would say.
Next week, the Go Home Show for Hardcore Heaven 1990 Fizzo. We out. Peace.
Peace.